Hi everyone, my name is Adrian and welcome to my channel. I identify as a trans man. I use he, they pronouns. At this moment, I am pre-everything. My transition, like medical transition for me, involves starting testosterone and having top surgery. So at this moment, I am on my way to trying to start testosterone, hopefully on the 29th of December. So I thought it would be fun to talk about the effects of testosterone that I'm looking forward to, really excited about, and the effects of testosterone that I'm a little nervous about. Not that I don't want them, but just, a little nervous about. Thought I'd talk about that. So yeah, let's get into it. Enjoy. So the first side effect I am looking forward to is my voice dropping. My voice is a big source of dysphoria for me, to the point where some days I just don't want to talk because I don't want to hear my voice. I know the voice drop takes a while, like it's not going to be noticeable right away, but I'm excited for that to happen. I am nervous about it affecting my singing, because I love to sing and I also love to belt out the high notes, but I'm also excited for it, like I'm also excited to see how it affects my singing in the way of like, when I write music, I always imagine it being sung by someone with a masculine voice. So whenever I sing my own songs, it always feels weird because I'm like, I wish that it sounded more like, not metal, but just more like deeper and stronger, kind of rock, which I can't do with my voice as it is right now. So with facial hair, this is something that I've been told by my cis guy friends and my male cousins that it's not as fun as I think it is, which I'm aware that it's not going to be fun, and like learning how to shave is going to be annoying, and just having facial hair will be annoying. But for me, facial hair is something that I do look forward to, because when I'm with my cis guy friends who all have beards, I feel kind of inferior in a way. Like I'm very self-conscious around them because I don't have facial hair and I can't really grow facial hair like my cis guy friends can. I also know that facial hair isn't a definite thing, but with my genes, I'll throw a photo of my father. I feel pretty confident that I will have some semblance of facial hair. So yeah. So masculine face shape, I know this is one that obviously, again, takes a long time, but it is something that I look forward to. I have a round face shape, like something that can pass as like masculine. Uh, it's not that feminine looking, but I wish I had more of a prominent jawline. Uh, that's about it for like the masculine face shape that I'm looking forward to. Um, oh, and Adam's apple. A little nervous about that. I don't know how prominent that will be, but I think that'll be interesting to like see that change. So yeah. Fat distribution and muscle gain. Yeah, muscle mass, whatever it's called. Gaining muscle. Fat distribution, again, another thing that takes a long time and isn't definite to give you like a square body shape. That is something that I look forward to, just because even though it might not give me like a definite, like very square looking body, my hips are something that I am very uncomfortable about and very dysphoric about. So if like that can be cut off just a little bit, like even the tiniest bit, where like they're not as prominent as they are at this moment with fat distribution, I think that will make me very happy. And with gaining muscle, right now I'm focusing on like working on my eating habits and trying to eat healthier and lose weight. just to make myself feel more comfortable in my body. But I do want to work on gaining muscle. But first I want to slim down a little bit and then work on gaining muscle. Uh, yeah. So my first fear about T, and probably my biggest, is bottom growth. I'm not gonna explain what it is, because I just don't feel comfortable explaining that. But if you want to look it up, feel comfortable looking it up, go for it. But yeah, it's something that happens. A lot of trans guys say, like, the first thing that they notice, like the first change that they notice. And that worries me just because it's gonna be different. Like, my body that I've dealt with my whole life is going to be changing quite drastically, which, I mean, that's with every change, but this one, it has a lot of unknown with it, and I think that's where my fear lies. It's not really that I don't want it and I'm like, get it away from me. I think it would be cool, and I think I'm making a way bigger deal about it than it actually will be. Like, I feel like once it happens, I'll be like pretty chill and it won't bother me. But right now, with the unknown and like not knowing, it's definitely a big fear. Sex drive. Um, I identify as asexual. I've never felt sexually attractive. I've never felt sexually attracted to anyone. I've never really had a sex drive. Never experienced that. So the thought of my sex drive going up and me experiencing stuff like that, normal hormonal teenage boys experience during puberty. Um, yeah, that's scary. Just again because of unknowns, not knowing how it'll like make me feel, um, and also with like the hormone changes, just like being more irritable and like breaking out and having to deal with like all that, which hopefully I will be starting before I go back to school for second semester, so I won't have the stresses of school on top of the stresses of my changes. I mean, I'll still have that when I go back to school like a month later, but yeah, so sex drive scares me a little bit, but again, I'm sure it won't be as big of a deal as I'm making it right now. Hair loss. Hair loss, again, unknown. Um, so people say like to look to your mom's dad, your grandfather on your mom's side. My grandfather on my mom's side passed away when he was 47. So I never got to meet him, but also he died before he could probably lose hair. I think he died with a full head of hair. And the guys on my mom's side, like all my uncles, one shaves his head, so I don't know what his hair looks like. I don't know if he's losing hair, or if he's balding. My other uncle, I think he shaves. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. And then my dad is bald. um, so I'm a little nervous about that because I have, it's hidden right now because it's disgusting, but I have thick hair and really nice hair, and I like my hair, and the thought of going bald is kind of scary. Again, wouldn't be like that big a deal, wouldn't be the end of the world, but I like my hair. So hair loss is a little nerve-wracking. The last side effect that I have fears around is tears being harder to produce. I've heard about this. I've also heard trans guys who say they never experienced this. I'm a very emotional guy. Very emotional. I cry all the time. Even if something sad isn't happening, I just start crying for no reason, and it's very annoying and very frustrating. So, hearing that tears would be harder to produce, at first I was like, hell yeah. Like, that's awesome. I won't be a crybaby. Like, I won't cry as much. Because I will cry without feeling sad. Like, I won't feel sad, but I'll just start crying. And it's very annoying. But when I thought about it, because I've heard a lot of trans guys talking about, like, after being on testosterone for maybe a year, they're still having a hard time producing tears. So that makes me nervous, because when you do experience like a really sad event that you want to like cry at, you want to let those feelings out and you can't, I can't imagine how frustrating that would be. And I know that would be really hard for me. So on one end of the spectrum, excited about that kind of, because it's like, I won't cry all the time. But then on the other end, it worries me because I wouldn't be able to let those feelings out as needed. So yeah, I don't know. Those are just some of my fears. Anyways, guys, those are just some things I've had in my mind for a while, and I wanted to talk to you guys about them. I hope talking about these things maybe helped you out if you're in a similar situation as me, or you're just thinking about starting testosterone, or maybe you've already started testosterone. Yeah, expect a lot of these types of videos, and I have some skit video ideas inspired by Thomas Sanders. Just talking about like my conflicting emotions when it comes to my journey medically transitioning, especially my journey right now while I'm on the path to testosterone. I also want to do some vlogs when I start testosterone, of just like my daily routine with it and how I'm feeling day to day. I also want to do a Q&A at some point, so if you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments below. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week. See ya!